Welcome to the channel. Today's topic of discussion is Muon Spin Spectroscopy. Yes, Muon Spin Spectroscopy. This is an experimental technique used in the field of material science mainly. Then superconductivity, in that field also this is used. But this technique is very popular in the field of modern material science. And this is an experimental technique. Name of the technique is Muon Spin Spectroscopy, and in short this is known as MuSR. Here R stands for rotation, relaxation or resonance, depending on the specific property being studied. Okay, so R stands for relaxation, rotation or resonance, depending on the specific property of the material being studied. So this is an experimental technique, and here in this experimental technique, muons are used as the sensitive probes to measure what? To measure the magnetic, electronic and structural properties. Magnetic, electronic or structural properties of materials. This technique, known as a Muon Spin Spectroscopy, is used, or MuSR in short. So here muons are used. Muons are what? Muons are actually elementary particles like electrons, but muons are 207, means 207 times heavier than electrons. That is the difference. And two types of muons are there, positive muons and negative muons. And in most of the cases, positive muons are used. But there is a problem with muons that lifetime, means average lifetime of muons are very short. It is approximately 2.2 microsecond. 2.2 microsecond. Therefore, that means for the purpose of study, time which is available is very short. That is the problem. Okay. So, average lifetime of muons are only 2.2 microsecond. And when muons decay, what are the things which are formed? Those are positrons, that means positive electrons. You know that thing, positrons. Means during the decay process of muons, positrons, neutrinos and antineutrinos are emitted. And what happens, how this technique work actually, how this technique works. What happens, the material which is required to be tested, okay, in that case these polarized muons are implanted into the material. Polarized muons means here the spins of the muons are aligned in a specific direction, and those muons are called polarized muons. So polarized muons are implanted into the material. Then what happens? If there is a magnetic field present, okay, in the material, then the spins of muons interact with the magnetic field present in the material. And this interaction is measured because interaction happens, and I have already mentioned that lifetime is very short, it is only 2.2 microsecond. That means positrons are emitted during the decay process of those muons. And positrons are preferentially emitted in the direction of the spin of the muons. Means direction of emission of the positrons are same as in most of the cases, okay, are same as the spins of the muons. Okay, so that way, by just determining the positrons, we can know the properties which are required to be known, magnetic, electronic and structural properties of materials. Okay, so we need to capture and study those positrons. Okay, so this is the way this spectroscopic technique works. Okay, there are so many uses of this technique. I have already mentioned that in the field of superconductivity, how magnetic fields penetrate the superconductors, how pairing mechanisms work. Everything can be known by using this technique, that is a Muon Spin Spectroscopy. Then magnetic properties of materials can be known by using this technique. Okay, in case of hydrogen diffusion in materials, means in case of hydrogen storage or renewable energy sources, in those cases there is a requirement to know about the diffusion process of hydrogen into the materials. So those things can be known easily by using this technique, Muon Spin Spectroscopy. Okay, but then special phenomena are there in the field of physics, such as spin glasses, and then magnetic quantum magnets, spin glasses. These are special phenomena because if magnetic fluctuations are present, that means that the dynamics of the magnetic fluctuations can easily be known by using this technique. So many uses are there, and that's why this technique is very popular in the field of modern material science. And the advantage, I have already, problem is there, lifetime is so short, that is the problem. Means time which is available for the study is very short, that is the problem. And one more problem is there for the production of muons. Okay, particle accelerators are required. Without particle accelerators, you cannot produce muons. And particle accelerators are quite expensive, you know that thing. Okay, these are the problems, but advantages are there. Okay, first, this technique is very precise. Precise measurements can be made by using this technique. This technique is non-destructive in nature. That means the materials stay intact. Materials stay intact after the experiment. Okay, so this is a type of, this is a kind of non-destructive testing procedure. So these are the advantages associated with this technique. Okay. Anyway, so, and one more thing is there, one more advantage is there. If the magnetic field in the material is very weak, in that case also, this technique can be used because it is able to interact with, interact strongly with very weak magnetic fields also. So that is again one advantage. So many advantages are there in using this technique. That's why this technique is very popular in physics as well as in chemistry, again in the field of engineering. Okay, researchers use this technique, whether the field is physics, chemistry or engineering, everywhere you can find the use of this technique known as muon. Once again, Muon Spin Spectroscopy. The short form is denoted by mu-SR, not mu-SS. Mu-SR, and R stands for either rotation or relaxation or resonance, depending on the specific property being studied. Okay, so this was all about today's topic, Muon Spin Spectroscopy. Okay, so this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video.